One, two. Today we're going to talk about ski music. We're going to talk about what skis I ski on. And I've gotten a couple of people that have asked me, like, what do you like to ski on? What's your skis? What's your favorite skis? All this kind of thing. So what I thought I would do is just do a quick little rundown on what kind of boards I've been on lately. And I'd also wanted to talk about a couple of upcoming shows. I got the helmet on. I don't know if you guys can hear me knocking on the melon, but the bottom line is that we're going to have a show about ski helmets, if you should use one, if you should have one, who should have one, where you buy them, what you look for in a helmet, all this kind of stuff. It's a pretty sophisticated endeavor if you choose to go down that road. And we're going to talk about skier safety on that same one, I believe. A couple upcoming conversations in regards to Keystone, Colorado. We're going to be talking about Jackson Hole, Wyoming, and we may have a couple of visits to some people that I've skied with in the past. See, when I was in high school, we started a ski club. There was this cool cat that taught biology and some science at the high school I went to in Phoenix, Arizona, called St. Mary's High School. And Mr. Johansson really put himself out on the line to help us put together this group to take up to the White Mountains to go skiing. An overnight trip, the whole shebang. It was fantastic. I don't think that he would say that because it was a bunch of high school kids and we were out, some of us for the first time, some of us were a little more seasoned and could chill, but it was crazy sneaking those girls into the hotel room from the town down at the burger joint. It wasn't me, some guys that we were with. And then they were knocking on their door saying, hey, you got some girls in there? And they tried sneaking the girls out the window. We were on the second floor. They caught them before they fell out. It was crazy. Anyway, that's its own other show. But as far as this one goes, I'm going to take the helmet off now and we'll get into this. Oof. Put this bad boy right down over here. So, if any of you have ever had the opportunity to buy your own skis and you found the situation to be quite cumbersome, I can tell you I share that. Oh my gosh. Because when you go into a ski shop, they know a lot and you know a little. Got to comb off the locks. Had that helmet on. Gives you bedhead when you wear that thing. So don't expect a whole lot when you get off the mountain each day. I don't know. I mean, that's the cool thing. You'll see some of these girls, some of these women that pull off the hill and their hair's all crazy looking, and it's hot actually. I know they're like, oh my God, but whatever. It's cool. And then you'll see some guys and their hair sticking straight up, and some people don't get bedhead at all, I guess. They just always look good. I'm not one of those, unfortunately. Listen, if you want to help me out, if you could help out this channel, hit the like button, subscribe. There's a little bell to the right of the subscription button. Hit that too. because every time I have a new podcast that comes out, I'll let you know, keep you up to date. And then the last thing is comment. I know you're sitting here and you're like, Frank Diddy, I got to tell you, man, you got to start wearing a collar or talk louder or quieter, or you got to get a new look or something. Whatever. Throw it out there. I'm interested to hear what people have to say about this. And by the way, I know that we're going to have people listening from all over because there's skiers in Japan and China and Russia and Finland and Slovakia and Poland and Britain. There's even skiing in Australia and New Zealand. Down in Peru, we got skiers. Colombia, we have skiers. We've got skiers in Italy and France and Germany and Latvia. And, oh man, I mean, we could just keep going on here. Slovenia, did I leave that one out? So we've got a few places that are going to probably be tuning in. Maybe not even some that ski. I'll have to check out the statistics and thank you so much. The analyst. Am I saying that right? How do I say that? I just feel like I'm saying that wrong. Anyway, so we'll check it out. Maybe you're listening from somewhere warm like Cocoa Beach, Florida, or Miami Beach, Florida. I love Florida. I think Florida's fantastic. In fact, I have a good friend that lives down there with her husband and their kids. Her name's Katie Jones, and Katie and I used to ski together back in college. And I used to be the Gamma Phi Beta guy, and we used to rock it there at Northern Arizona University with Holly Bronson was another one. We used to go up to the hill. That girl, I love that girl. In fact, I miss that girl. I miss all those girls. They were such a great group of people. Really helped me out with anything I needed as far as school went, and they were just great. And I was their biggest cheerleader, and I used to run a nightclub in town, and we would give those guys like free cover and discounted drinks anytime they came in, and we just treated them like royalty. Those girls walked on water as far as I was concerned, and we made sure they felt like it. Anyway, moving on though, I wanted to talk to you about my skis. So the question was, what do I ski on? Okay, I love Rossignol skis. Now, I've seen some pretty cool skis that have been out there, but you got to understand, I don't buy the newest, latest, and the greatest. I just get a certain style of ski, and then I just use it till it's dead. And I'm going to have to probably get a new pair of boards. Well, probably two pair. And you'll understand what I'm saying here as I introduce you to the Rossignol Zeniths. And it's the Z9 T1s. Let me tell you a little bit about the Rossignol T9 Z1s. These skis, first off, are an all-mountain ski. And that's what's kind of cool about shredding on these things. Skiers, but you little okay.
Zenith Z9 skis are designed for all mountain skiing on a variety of terrain at high speeds. Making short to long radius turns, twin propulsion plate directs power from the skier to the front and rear edges of the ski, making turn initiation easier and turn exits more powerful. A vibration absorbing elastomers dampen the ski for greater control, stability, and contact with the snow. Microcell foam core absorbs shocks and vibrations to improve control. Core is shaped and then placed into the ski for the highest quality control. Oversized side cut enhances power, while a wider width underfoot facilitates control. resulting in better on snow agility. Integrated axial 120T bindings provide efficient transfer of energy from the boot to the ski and allow skis to flex naturally. Integrated binding systems allow the skis to flex naturally and fully from tip to tail for smooth turn. Initiation. Hold and release dual action. One design decreases the friction in twisting falls and allows the boot to exit the binding freely. Axial heel piece pivots under the tibial axis to help guide the boot during exit from the system.
What? Yeah, did you hear that? That's the ski. Now here's the catch. That ski was new in like 2007. I've been skiing the same boards for 15 years, which sounds crazy, but what happens is if you buy good equipment, it stays good for a long time. And if you take care of it, which I wax my skis, I store them in your garage or, you know, in your closet or wherever is somewhere cool to throw them that's out of the way. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you these because they're also a little bit heavy. That's the other thing. And part of that's because of the bindings and part of that's because of the ski. Because in the last 15 years, both of those two parts of the skier's equipment have gotten lighter and have gotten more streamlined. And when you look at probably 80% of the skiers on the hill, they're beginner to intermediates. So the equipment, all the equipment's excellent. Beginner equipment's excellent. Intermediate equipment's excellent. And then when you get into the higher end stuff like demo skis or pro skis, race skis, downhill skis, when I say like downhill racing skis, I mean, those skis are so awesome. Like they take such care to build them, and they're made for the mountain to just downhill ski racing skis. And then these terrain park skis, they make them so cool to be able to handle the different obstacles that you encounter in the terrain park. So, but anyway, let's get back to the Rossignol Zenith. So, these things have just been fabulous for me since I bought them. And, one more thing. I bought them used. So I mentioned something about a demo ski. If you go to the resorts and you're either one of these high-end guys where you're like, I just have to have the best equipment, the newest, the coolest, whatever out there, you can have it. Even if you're just the worst skier on the mountain, you can still have the best equipment and look the best and pretend to be, you know. Or what you can do is if you get some lessons, very few people just take right naturally to the sport and then all of a sudden get great at it. So trust me, take some lessons and get on some boards that you're going to love, and go, instead of renting just the normal skis that they have to rent, you can ask for demos and they'll hook you up with the newest, latest, and greatest. Now, there's a little upcharge for the demo lines, but they're made for a better skier usually. And like the day that I'm making, and it is just snowing like a mug in Arizona right now where I am. And I would go up today and leave my Zenith at home, though they'd be okay. But I'd go up there looking for a big powder board because we have like 30 or 40 inches of snow that's dropped since the last 24 hours or 48 hours. It's been insane. So I would go try out a new pair of boards like that on this really cool new snow that just dropped. And if I didn't go through that, because actually there would be one thing that would stop me from renting some demo skis, and that if it was just busy, nuts crazy, and that it's been sold out in Flagstaff, Arizona, just north of Route 66, about 15 miles between Route 66 and the Grand Canyon, is the Arizona Snow Bowl, and it is sold out during the week and on weekends. I've never seen it sell out during the week. That's pretty insane. But the snow's so good, and there's so many people that just love the sport that are up there rocking it right now. So let's move this thing over here. I have I have the skis in my hands right now, and I'm looking at these bindings and the skis and the way they're all put together. And the one thing that you can say about Rossignol is when you buy the skis, the bindings come with the skis more times than not. Like, I don't know when they don't, but I'm sure that there's somebody that sold a pair of Rosignols without bindings on them at one time or another. But why that's significant is that you're not buying two pieces of equipment. Now, my daughter just bought these Misconducts back here. They're twin-tipped K2s, 149 in length, with these really cool Triola bindings, and she hasn't shredded on them yet, but she plans on coming over and hitting the terrain park and doing some powder and hitting all kinds of things in them. But as far as hers goes, hers is kind of a multi-purpose ski in a lot of ways, but this one here is an all-mountain ski. And why I mention that is that it's also for people that want to go fast. Which as the conversation now has to turn towards safety. Don't go skiing fast if you don't know how to. It's just way too hazardous for you. When you're skiing, I don't think some people take into consideration that you're out there not only just challenging the elements, you're looking at sub-freezing temperatures and sometimes sub-zero temperatures, and those aren't normal living conditions if anybody's ever thought about that. And you're saying, well, I dress up for it. Yeah, well, you get hurt, you get knocked out, you get to a point where you can't move, and now you're stuck in that position for an hour or whatever the length is. Bottom line is that when you're in those cold conditions and you're disabled, it can be a very unfortunate situation. So that's why I'm bringing this up, is so that you can be prepared when you get on the mountain. Real quick, before I go any further, before we close this out, can you like and subscribe to my channel? Hit the like button if you don't mind, subscribe. And then leave a comment. Tell me what kind of boards you roll on, and if there's a certain length that you like better than others. These are 170s. I've skied on 204s back in the day when it was cool to have the long boards. And I've also skied on shorter 130s, winter skier. But I'm interested to know what people are skiing on nowadays. Longer, shorter, something like that. And then brands. What do you like? Head, Rossignol, front. Tell me what's cooking in the ski world and get me caught up to speed on some things. And then and what we'll do then is we'll finish talking about the safety thing. So what you want to do is you want to just try to get a lesson in, or at least ski on the part of the mountain that is at your aptitude or your level, because they've got the mountain split up into beginner parts, and then beginner and intermediate parts, and then intermediate to more advanced, and then they have advanced. So if you're not an advanced skier, just stay away from that area. That's all I'm going to recommend. Or pay the price. Some people can get through it. Other people don't. I mean, what I mean by that is it can be a real miserable day when you keep losing your ski and you're on the steep hill and you keep trying to put it on, you're falling down. Like, I'm not trying to talk you out of skiing, but like, you got to love this sport, but you got to understand it. So, all right, well, that's what we got for my skis. Hit me back if you have some questions about them, or if you also have some recommendations, because I'm going to be demoing this season. I got to see what I'm going to buy. And same thing with some boots. I got a boot thing coming up here. We're going to talk about boots because I need to know what's cooking with the boot scene. All right. It's Frank Zitty for the big city, and I'm out. I got the life. That's what I say. So I say, got the life, got life, got the life, got the life. That's the best. Peace. Go ahead and introduce yourselves.
We're from Mexico, Melissa and Eduardo.
Great to meet you.
It was great to meet you, Frankie. You're great, dude. You're an awesome dude.
Thank you very much. It's great to see you guys up here.
Yeah.